And our next guest says you won't find the answer on a game show. She should know she made her first million in just 2 years.
Debt is a habit, and it has nothing to do with how much money you make.
Danny Johnson is a self-made multi-millionaire and sought-after speaker. But you wouldn't know that from her past. Her parents were abusive drug addicts, and Danny was raised on welfare. She left home as a teen and became successful in sales. But she lost everything in a failed marriage and a bad business deal. At 21, Danny was homeless and living out of her car. So she started a business from the trunk of her car using a payphone. By the time she was 23, Danny was a millionaire.
Well, please welcome the author of a book called Spirit-Driven Success, Danny Johnson. Danny, so good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, listen, abusive relationship, left home as an early teenager, got into a bad marriage. Did you have a child?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Didn't want to have an abortion. You had a child.
No abortion.
And then you got married.
Yes.
To a con man.
Yes.
Who took all your money.
Yes. Could the story get any worse? Yes, it does.
Give it all up. I mean, you had every reason to just, get in bed and pull the covers over you and
or slice my wrists and,
you never
overdose on
like
drugs.
That.
I did. I actually was very suicidal. Actually, the first time I tried to commit suicide, I was 6 years old. And then when I was 21, when my husband drained my bank account and maxed out my credit cards, when I'm, completely homeless, literally homeless. Yeah. This isn't like a figurative speech. No, I was completely homeless. And then I was completely suicidal.
Well, you got into it, was it multi-level or health foods, or it was a multi-level?
I actually got involved with a couple of different things. I actually even manufactured my own health and nutrition products as well. Yes, I did, as well as a skincare line and
back
some
in your kitchen stirring up something?
No. Once I had gotten myself back on top financially, which took about a year. In fact, my first year, when I started a business from the trunk of my car in a payphone booth, I made $250,000. Took that money, invested into manufacturing a long line of products, and went out and continued.
I mean, $250,000 in a year living out of your car? That's tough duty. How did you do it?
It was crazy. You know what? It's really funny. I had quite a wake-up experience with the Lord. I had done my first line of cocaine, and I was fiending for it the very next day. And that's one ththing I said I would never do, because my parents did a lot of that stuff. And so it really was about, confronting my excuses and making a decision to never return to broke again. The next day, I had just took an account for my life. What I have, what I did not have, what could I start with? And I started with nothing. I started with no brochures, no products, no physical address, no phone, no nothing. And just really through relationship marketing, really through using some skills that I had learned the year before from some multimillionaires, learn how to market, learn how to sell, learn how to follow up, learn how to train, learn how to do things like that. And $250,000 first year and became a millionaire the second year.
Every possible excuse for failure you had, and there's so many people that will run through that litany. Here's how come they can't succeed.
Really, the truth is that people need to advance their skill. You increase your skill. If you want to learn how to make money, you better learn from people that know how.
That's right.
Don't go ask an opinion of someone that's broke. You need to study people that have the skills.
Most of their friends in the church
are broke. They're all broke, and they know all the good scriptures that justify them staying broke. People don't wake up and get responsible. They don't start increasing their skill. They don't start learning what they need to immediately. They're going to wind up on the bad side of that famine instead of being a Joseph who prospered during that. The truth is what kind of influence do we have being broke? That if we're broke, we're going to look like everybody else.
If you're drowning, you have a hard time helping a drowning man. It's better to be in the boat to pull him up in there with you.
In fact, I think you'll drown also.
That's right.
Yeah,
you'll drown together.
That's right.